Welcome to Sports Cloud. I'm Bob,
And Amit.
and we're going to start off talking about Sunday's game with the Cowboys. Now, Amit, you're a Cowboys fan through
Yeah.
and through. Your thoughts on the game?
The game was a good game. My Cowboys started off pretty bad, but then catched up and actually put up a good performance. Dak had a last. Zeke, on the other hand, didn't play too good. I mean, the Vikings' running defense, it's pretty solid actually, but still. Now, what actually pissed me off from the game?
So, wait, were you screaming at the television?
Not screaming, I was hitting the couch.
Okay,
I was beating it up.
okay. So, what were you livid?
Yeah.
Okay, why
I
were you
was.
livid? What was your breaking point where you're just like,
The thing is that on the final, on one of the last drives, we're losing, we're down by 4.
Mhm.
But we were having a good drive. We were getting, we were already in field goal territory,
Mhm.
or getting there. All right, first and 10, good pass, 8 yards, easy.
Mhm.
Second and 2, they stopped Zeke, and I said, come on, man. They stop him at the scrimmage
Mhm.
yard. So it was third and 2. I said, all right, Jason Garrett is probably gonna send them. Jason Garrett's the head coach, by the way, for the ones that don't know him. He's gonna run a just throw the ball on a 3 yard pass so we can get the first down because we had 2 minutes on the clock maybe.
But when you only have 2 yards, isn't it safe? It's pretty safe to run, isn't it?
But when your running back is having that game and when their running defense is so good and he can't run, a good play to run it's for the running back to just run 2 yards, cut, throw him the ball
Yeah.
like this, not
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 a,
an actual
yeah.
pass, and then they tackle him and you get the first down.
Mhm.
But what does he do? Run through the middle. What happened? We lost 3 yards,
Ouch.
and then we weren't able to convert the fourth and 5, and we lost the game.
So, are you a fan of the Cowboys head coach?
No, is there a Cowboy fan that's a fan of Jason Garrett? That's what I'm asking.
The owner is a Cowboy fan.
Yeah,
He
there
seems
you
to
go.
like him. The Cowboys still gonna on track to make the playoffs.
Yes, they're tied with the Eagles in first place of their division.
Okay.
Yeah, we doesn't mean we're gonna. We already lost our division because of the game, but it was so painful.
Yeah. Well, moving on to the Atlanta Falcons, I was bewildered when they more or less manhandled the Saints.
Yep.
So you have the Falcons who suck, and then they play a pretty good team and destroy them
On on the road.
on the road, and they destroy them. And I'm like, did the Saints just play really poorly, or did the Falcons step up? I mean, the thing is, I've heard it said that the Falcons have a lot of talent.
Yes, is it? That's what I don't get.
And the quarterback's,
what's
understand,
going
he's
on?
not a bad quarterback, and they have
He
talent.
he led them to
The Super Bowl, and they came really
Yeah.
close for a while.
Well, they were destroying the Patriots for a while.
Yeah, I mean, and so are they getting that? Did that spark just kind of flare up again? One last, I mean,
I honestly don't know what's going on with the Falcons. If you ask me, why are the Falcons so bad? I honestly don't know. I mean, I guess their defense is bad.
yeah.
But
Well, their head coach, at least maybe it's changed, but a couple weeks, for a while, the head coach was the defensive coordinator as well.
Yeah.
That's, I guess some guys can do that. Apparently, this guy can't. If the Falcons could play like that for the rest of the season, or even better. Learn how to play like that
Yeah.
beginning of next season, because I'm not sure if their chances are already shot to make the playoffs.
I mean, they're in the same division than the Saints and Panthers.
Yeah, and they play the Panthers
Yeah.
next week. That might.
If the Falcons play like they played against the Saints, that's going to be a fun game to watch because Panthers have been a pretty solid team. The backup quarterback, because Cam Newton got injured and he wasn't playing well. But this backup quarterback ended up being better.
Yeah. That's every quarterback's fear.
Yeah.
That he gets hurt and then the backup does really well while he's gone. Okay.
I think Cam Newton's going to play for the Bears next season.
All right.
That will be like really cool to watch. Cam Newton, when he's healthy, he's a really good quarterback. Oh, he led the Panthers to a Super Bowl. They lost them.
What was that?
Last Peyton Manning's game. Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl.
Oh, they beat the... Okay.
2015.
Oh, my.
Wow, that was awesome.
Okay, let's talk about the best game of the week. 49ers Seahawks.
Wow.
Overtime.
It was what I expected. Two good teams having a really close and good game.
But you're not sold on the 49ers quarterback.
No.
All right, why is that? My dad's not sold on him either because he says if they meet a team who's got a good defense against the run, that means all of a sudden they're gonna have he doesn't think the quarterback or hasn't really shown that he has a great arm or that he can really
The thing is that the 49ers, when they pass the ball, so like a 10-yard pass, 15-yard pass, 20-yard pass, 25 yards, maybe 30, he's not going to throw it longer than that. And sometimes they make those 30-yard passes.
Yeah.
Like when that's like a normal range, then like a long pass, so over 30 yards for them. But he doesn't throw the ball amazing. I mean, he can those 10-yard passes. Every quarterback.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
you're a professional. You should be able to hit a 10-yard
Yes, exactly.
pass.
Like every quarterback that makes it to the NFL can do that. So, why he looks so good is that they run the ball well and everything. Then he hits a 10-yard pass, and then they're in first and goal and that. So everything. But have you actually seen him having a 400-yard game? I think he has never gotten to.
Yeah, I mean, so far they've only lost one game, so he's never had to.
Yeah.
I mean, but when the playoffs come up and where every game is going to be really tough, like the Seahawks.
Yeah,
And you're not you're not sold on his leadership ability either.
Yeah, so you don't see him playing or doing plays like Dak Prescott does that. Suddenly he runs the ball and scores a touchdown, or Russell Wilson that does a left-handed pass, or Patrick Mahomes that throws it under.
He throws it underhanded.
Yeah, underhanded.
Really?
You don't see that guy do that.
Yeah.
And you also don't.
Wait, how long has this guy been playing the quarterback for the 49ers?
This is his second year with the 49ers, but last season he got injured on week 1 torn ACL.
I mean, how many?
Not week 1, but
how many years has he been playing?
He used to be a Patriots backup quarterback, but I don't know how old he is.
So he may not have a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Or playoff experience.
Yes.
Okay, that's.
Yeah, but he also doesn't do those type of plays that does something weird. Not him, not something special him, but with the team to actually lead the team to do a play that's gonna save them on something. You don't see that thing that players like Patrick Mahomes have.
All right.
Lamar Jackson also has that.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the most disgraceful NFL moment of the week.
Yep.
Probably.
You know what we're talking about.
Your last night's game. By last night, I mean I don't know when our listeners will be listening to this. We're talking about the Steelers Browns game. Not a great game to watch. The Steelers had their chance to win. You know, the Browns missed at least two field goals, like you mentioned, kicker crisis. So, and up until the end, it was pretty close. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
Yes.
We're here to talk about the fight. And man, oh man, was it. It was pretty wild. Why don't you talk us through it, in case our listeners didn't see it.
So I'm going to explain everything that happened. So the game was about to end. They were like 20 seconds on the clock, not more. Like something like that. Mason Rudolph, he runs the play. Like he just throws the ball like to the running back, and then the running back ran. The thing is that Myles Garret, you know him, the pass rusher, the defensive end, like he just had no need to tackle Mason Rudolph. He had already left the ball, but yet he tackled him, and he didn't tackle him that easy. Like,
oh yeah, and then he seemed to like stay on top of, or like he didn't like
and like
get up.
He didn't like let him out. Like he was still on top of him. Mason Rudolph kind of busy.
Yeah.
He started pushing him, like pushing around, and then Myles Garret, he took his helmet off. Like
they took Mason Rudolph's helmet.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph's helmet. Like, but didn't like detach it and then took it off. Like wildly, like ripped it off.
Yeah.
And then when like the offensive lineman came to like stop him, over the shoulder he hit Mason Rudolph like all over the shoulder. He had the helmet.
He swings it over, just bam, right in the head.
Over of his head and bangs him on Mason Rudolph's head.
And Rudolph had a concussion a couple weeks ago. You're like, dude.
But hard. Like, he didn't do it easily. Like, he actually gave him... I mean, he could have, like, been brain damage or something.
Skull fracture.
Because those helmets are heavy and they're made out of metal.
But Rudolph didn't seem, at least, to appear to be hurt. Yeah. And then he was, like, looking around for the ref, and then the offensive guy took down Garrett. But then another Browns guy comes up behind Mason Rudolph and pushes him to the ground.
Yeah.
But
the number 53 of the Steelers after Myles Garret hit Mason Rudolph came and literally beat him up so bad.
Now that one guy, the original guy that was there, he threw him down, but then another Steelers guy came, or they both started punching and they started kicking.
Yeah, like the guy came and started punching him. Another Steelers guy came and took him down and like penetrated him.
Yeah.
And then he started kicking.
And then the teams both, I mean, I don't know if everybody left the sidelines, but it seemed like both teams had lots of players at the end, and the two coaches were discussing things like, so Myles Garret suspended the rest of the season.
Suspended the rest of the season for sure.
Even if they make the playoffs, which they're not, but maybe.
And indefinitely. Like, maybe he won't play for a couple of games next season. Maybe he won't play next season. We know. Now
you say he has a history of.
Yeah, of being pretty
violent, hot-headed,
dirty.
All right.
Dirty. Like he injured the Jets quarterback. I think it was last season or a couple of seasons ago. Like for the rest of the season, on a completely unnecessary hit. He actually like threw him down and like destroyed his knee.
Gosh, why is this guy still playing?
His toe.
Do you think? I mean, maybe Myles Garret won't play next season. They said he quickly apologized to everybody, but then maybe he just knew he was going to be in big trouble.
Yes.
And then, but didn't another Browns guy got suspended, or at least thrown out at least in a Pittsburgh guy? I think the guy that threw Myles Garret down, he got suspended, or at least.
Exactly. And now I'll talk about one more thing. But first, like. You need to control yourself when you're playing football. But one thing that I think that we can discuss about you're an NFL like one of the rules managers, officials. What do you do in this situation? Like, for how many times do you suspend him? Or if you're not the official in that game, what do you do there?
Well, I mean, what do you mean? You throw him out of the game? The referees can only throw somebody out.
Yeah.
The NFL determines
how long you spend it.
Right.
Okay. So as a referee, I think we all agree he made the right call in throwing him out. But now, if you're the NFL, what do you do to him? I think he's going to be suspended for the rest of the games and 6 games next season. And if he does something and you fine him all.
Yeah.
Obviously, well, they already fined the Browns.
They fined both teams.
Yeah.
$250,000.
Yes. But for an NFL franchise, that's not a lot to lose.
Yeah.
But, yes, so I would suspend him for 6 games next season, and if he does something like that again, I would suspend him for like 8 more the season after.
Okay. Yeah, definitely they need to set. I mean, that's like smashing somebody in the head with their own helmet.
Yeah, with the baseball bat.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad. But that about wraps it up. Next week's games should be Monday night is the one in Mexico, right?
Yes.
And who's playing again?
Chargers, Chiefs.
Okay, that should be a good game.
Yes.
In Mexico. So the NFL, they're playing in Mexico. The Chargers may move to London. And we got to talk about potential names for the London team.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us at Sports Cloud. Take it easy.